Okay, Shalom Akim. First and foremost, I want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh Bahashim, Yahweh Shai, Bahashim, Harakwadash. Double honors to the Apostles' Great Millstone, and peace and salutations to all the Akim who are tuning into these videos. Alright, so this is going to be a quick video on 5G, the Internet of Things, and the Mark of the Beast, which is the RFID chip. So right here on my screen, there's this picture that's been floating around Instagram and all that stuff because it's pretty funny. There's a guy right here, he's installing these 5G radio towers, and he's wearing a hazmat suit. As you can see, this is the guy right here, he's wearing the hazmat suit, installing these 5G things. Alright, so this article came out today, or a few hours ago. It was on RT. It says 5G ties uncovered. RT America's Rick Sanchez on what's behind New York Times hit piece. Because pretty much RT was speaking on like how these 5G towers, they're not really beneficial to humans, because they shoot out radiation. And then New York Times was pretty much saying that RT is biased, and they're only saying that because they're Russian hackers and this and that. So I'm gonna go ahead and read the article. It says RT America news anchor Rick Sanchez hit back at the New York Times over the paper's claim that airing any questions about the safety of 5G technology is a Russian plot. The Times has a vested interest in 5G through Verizon. This weekend, the New York Times wrote a malicious hit piece about us, which had an impact on me personally because I've always admired the New York Times, Sanchez said on Monday night's newscast. Sanchez called the New York Times headline completely biased and wrong, reminding viewers that the news with Rick Sanchez and other RT America shows have aired concerns from scientists and scholars that the radiation involved with the 5G technology might pose a health hazard, something that is very much an open question. Yeah, because as you can see right here, it says in the article, the Times has a vested interest in 5G through Verizon, because everything is sewed in. Esau knows what he's doing when he's when he's setting up these companies, newscasts. Even this whole article, there's a hint of fabrication to it because RT's juiced in with the elites. They're pretty much putting this information mainly to for the elect. The people who are sighing and crying, watching on the watchtowers, because a regular person in the world, they're going to see this article and they're not going to care about it. They're going to think that RT is a bunch of Russian hackers. Because everything is controlled by the Heavenly Father. Everything's got its destiny manifest. Because the end game, all the roads are leading to the RFID chip, which is the mark of the beast. And one thing that's gonna that the RFID chip is gonna use is the 5G technology, and possibly not 5G technology, but the technology behind 5G, which in cases these towers shooting out radio emissions. Because like I said in other videos, it's going to be a tiny chip with a little radio antenna inside of it. And the Internet of Things means everything is going to be connected to the Internet. So having that chip, you're always going to be tracked no matter where you go. So I'm going to read this article. This is posted a few years back, but the people keep updating it. It was last updated on the 1st of April. It says possible health risks of 5G mobile networks and Internet of Things. I'm just going to read part of this article because you pretty much get the gist of what I'm speaking about and how this image looks. Looks really bad. Guy's wearing a hazmat suit. It says 5G is most definitely coming no matter what the risks. On June 20th, 2016, the FCC chairman Tom Wheeler excitedly announced the rollout of 5G applications and networks as a complete game changer and a national priority that will generate tens of billions of dollars. Is because that's pretty much the only reason they're doing. Well, it's one of the side effects of what they're doing is that it's gonna give them revenue. All right, so it says on July 14, 2016, a vote by the FCC confirmed that 5G would move ahead. Because there's no stopping destiny. The end game of this Internet of Things is that mark of the beast chip, which is going to happen, and nobody's gonna stop it from happening. All right, continue on. It says Wheeler admitted that implementing the new frequencies would necessitate new antennas intended to aim and amplify the signals, and many of them, in fact, an entirely new infrastructure and a massive deployment of towers throughout the United States. It says, we've already been learning about the dangers of our current technology, right? But the new dangers of levels of EMF radiations with 5G and the Internet of Things, will bring it. All right, Desiree Jaworski, Executive Director of the Center of Safe Wireless, explains 5G signals will be harder for people to avoid. Right now, you don't have to live next to the cell tower. If you're concerned about it, you can move away. But once they have these cell antennas everywhere, you won't be able to do that. Because the wicked elite, the Edomites, they're one thing what they're doing with this chip is they're implementing everybody and everything so that they can track everything and be like the Most High, because the Most High does that. All right, so continue on the article. It says, how much radiation will come from all these things in the Internet of Things? The new Internet of Things will bring us a whole new world of convenience and commerce. Picture an entire world of connected devices, from water meters to pill bottles to streetlights to home furnaces and air conditioners, all of it. Our machines, cars, buildings, and devices will all be embedded with electronics, software, sensors, routers, actuators, and network connectivity, enabling everything to communicate in nanoseconds seamlessly. And if you've seen some of the videos I've done before, it's not just like the fire hydrant, the deodorant stick that's going to have an RFID chip. It's going to have hummingbirds are going to have those RFID chips. Everything is going to have that RFID chip. Dogs and cats have that right now. All right, so it says, in short, wireless technology will permeate every area of our lives, from agriculture to air travel. All right, so just jumping down to all the main parts. In fact, some of the most obvious health effects of radiation from EMF emitting devices have been witnessed on human skin and sweat ducts. Going back to this picture, this guy's wearing a safety protective suit while he's installing these things. It says, a recent study revealed that waves over 60 gigahertz penetrated skin by 90%, and when waves penetrate skin, they can cause skin disease, inflammation, which is the crux of most modern diseases, from diabetes to autoimmune disease of all kinds and cancer. So that's all this on this article, because this is the only article that that brings out the truth on these 5G, this Internet of Things towers, and RT. I don't know what article they brought out, but they were speaking on how those cell towers, they're not healthy, and they're getting some backlash from the New York Times, but it's pretty much sewed up, because the elites, as insane how crazy it looks, they're all manifesting destiny, because DJ Trump, he's making sure this is happening. All right, so I'm just click on this article. It says, President Trump announced new 5G initiative. It's a race. America must win. President Trump announced a major investment in the next generation mobile data technology known as 5G at the White House on Friday. And you think, oh, well, DJ Trump just wants, a faster tweeting phone. Well, that's not the full picture. Because of course he's going to have that, but the main thing is, the prophecy in Revelation 13 and 16. Or Salaki 16 and 13. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and play some of these videos of DJ Trump speaking on this before he became president.
Which is why the time has come for voter ID, like everything else. Voter ID.
And here's just a quick thing on voter ID. This was posted today.
Real ID takes effect in October of 2020. That means you will need your real ID to board domestic flights unless you have a passport. You'll also need a real ID to get on federal facilities like military bases.
All right, so if you go into like the facts on real ID, like I believe it's on the Real ID Wikipedia, they say that they oppose using RFID microchips, but it's not out the window, because like this ID basically, it's just an updated identification card. But you sure as bet that these things, like everything, is going to have that RFID chip. And here's another video of him speaking on the Real ID and pretty much the RFID chip.
We will finally complete the biometric entry-exit visa tracking system, which we need desperately. For years, Congress...
Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and pull out the precepts. Alright, so this is Proverbs 4:16. For they sleep not, except they have done mischief, and their sleep is taken away, unless they cause someone to fall. Yeah, this is the picture that's coming up to mind right now, because you know the Edomites, you know, they're born to do wicked, and so they can't go to sleep unless they've done what they do. It's like stopping a cricket from making its noise at night. You know, it's designed to make that noise at night, just how the Edomites are designed to do wicked. Alright, so this is Matthew 7:16. Ye shall know them by their fruits. Do men gather grapes of thorns, or figs of thistles? Even so every good tree bringeth forth good fruit, but a corrupt tree bringeth forth evil fruit, and that corrupt tree is the red Hebrew Edomites. So continue on, it says, a good tree cannot bring forth evil fruit, neither can a corrupt tree bring forth good fruit. Every tree that bringeth not forth good fruits is hewn down and cast into the fire. Wherefore by their fruits ye shall know them. You know, in this 5G thing, you know, in a simple base level, you see these things as a benefit. Like, oh man, I'm going to be able to watch my YouTube videos faster. I'll be able to tweet faster. You know, but it's not a good fruit, because these 5G things are actually, you know, killing you. So real quick, it says on Ecclesiasticus 12:10, never trust thine enemy, for like as iron rusteth, so is his wickedness. You know, because on one side he's saying that this is gonna be a benefit for the world. It's gonna track everything, your pill bottles. You know, at the same time it's killing you. All right, so this is Psalms 37:12. The wicked plotteth against the just, and gnash upon him with his teeth. The Lord Yahweh shall laugh at him, for he seeth that his day is coming. And as you can see, all this stuff that's happening, the RFID chip it's well on its way, and it's getting faster and faster. You know, because you know, the devil knows that he's got a short time. That's why he's putting all these things. That's why he's got Mr. Hazmat suit over here putting up these towers, because they're paving the way to the RFID microchip. All right, so verse 14 says, the wicked have drawn out the sword, and have bent their bows to cast down the poor and needy, and to slay such as be for of upright conversation. Their sword shall enter into their own heart, and their bows shall be broken. Yeah, because they're pretty much, you know, they're setting, you know, everybody else except them up for failure. You know, but they're digging that ditch, and they're gonna fall right into it. All right, so this is Psalms 58:3. The wicked are estranged from the womb; they go astray as soon as they be born, speaking lies. Yeah, because this 5G thing, they don't really necessarily say that it's giving out radiations, but like them saying that, oh, it was the 5G thing, it's gonna make your phone go faster. They're lying, because they're not telling you the full thing, that what it's doing. And what it's doing is, you know, shooting out high levels of radiation. Well, low levels, you know, people are going to be able to live still. They're just going to get sick. They're going to die slow because of these things. You know, as if we're not dying slow already. All right, so this is Psalms 83:3. They have taken crafty counsel against thy people, and consulted against thy hidden ones. You know, so that's pretty much, you know, I got the picture right here. You know, they took a crafty counsel. It's so crafty that they're even snitching on themselves, because they know that they're still going to be able to do this. They're going to succeed in their plan to implement that RFID chip. There's going to be some scuffles, but like it's the American government, you know, pretty much the Edomite government that you're taking up arms against. So like no individual person is going to be able to prevent these towers from happening, or prevent the chip from being put out, or from stopping martial law from happening, because all these things have to come to pass. All right, so this is Luke 8:17. For nothing is secret that shall not be made manifest, neither anything hid that shall not be known and come abroad. Yeah, on this 5G thing, you know, people in the truth, they've been, you know, studying the scriptures, watching, you know, mainly Great Millstone videos. You know, they see this 5G thing, they saw it coming a mile away. You know, it was pretty much You just gotta give it time, and Esau will eventually snitch on himself. So this, is the perfect precept for what happened over here at RT versus, the New York Times. Yeah, I'm not gonna go play the video. That was pretty much this video, because the Internet of Things, 5G, all that is just paving the way to the radio frequency identification chip. All right, so I want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh Bahashim, Yahweh Shai, Bahashim Har Chakwadash, and Shalom Makim.